Okay, I'm here with Miss Universe Philippines National Director Shamcey Supsup. Hi, Shamcey.
Hi,
Kamusta ka na?
Diane.
Naka-rest ka na ng konti?
Yes, naka-rest na ng konti.
That's good. So Shamcey, there's so many things being talked about right now in the Philippines pagkatapos ng Miss Universe dahil nga, hindi nga nakapasok si Celeste sa top 16. So, some of the things that I wanted to ask you was, number one, talaga yung kumakalat at sinasabi ng ilan or, is na nung hindi siya tinawag na top 16 ay ikaw and the rest of the MUPH na Jonas and Voltaire ay nag-walk out kayo out of the venue. Can you clarify that? Is that true?
No, not true at all. I watched till the end. That's why I am really saddened and a bit angry to hear malicious rumors saying that we walked out after the top 16 because it is not true. I was seated together with the other national directors. I was with Valerie, the national director of Singapore, and Lupita Jones, the national director of Mexico. Yeah, we were seated together. And during the announcement of the top 16, I know it is not the results that I would have wanted. But as a national director myself, I knew that everybody in that section worked really hard into helping their candidates prepare for the pageant. And so I felt like, as a respect to these people who also are my friends as well, I stayed in support to all the national directors with me and the candidates who made the cut. So I don't know where this is coming from because it is not true.
Okay, so kasi meron daw, I don't know, I'm just going by other reports, na umalis daw kayo ng auditorium. Pero I think, and then you guys were talking with Jonas outside. At parang, but someone told me you guys went to the bathroom. And can you tell me what happened? Like, kasi alam ko, I went out once to go to the banyo kasi malayo yung banyo. And then, so, bumalik agad.
It's the same thing with me, Miss Diane. So,
okay.
After the announcement, sabi ko, oh, merong gap. Lloyd said, oh, you want to go to the bathroom? Sabi ko, yeah, para at least, finish this na and then come back. So, you know naman how the location works. If you have to go to the bathroom, you have to leave the auditorium.
Yeah.
Because it's outside, right outside near the lobby.
Yeah.
And when we went out, we saw some Filipinos, and then sila Voltaire, sila Mama J, and the other MUPH team, really emotional. And I understand.
Understandably, yeah.
I understand. If the fans are invested in Celeste, paano pa kami? We are much more invested in her win. And of course, when I saw them, I went to them, we talked, we had to absorb that this is really happening.
Yeah, kasi nagulat, you told me nagulat kayo dahil hindi siya pumasok, diba?
Nagulat talaga kami, and we were talking, we were comforting each other. And after that, I said, oh, I really have to pee. So I left, and I said, I'll have to go back to the auditorium because, I'm with Valerie and I'm with Lupita, and I wanted to watch the show.
Yeah.
And alam ko naman na even though Celeste didn't make it to the cut, she also can't leave.
Yeah.
She has to finish the entire show as well. So I went back and I finished. I watched the show.
Okay, sina Jonas and Voltaire, they also went back in?
I don't know lang because, I went ahead. And there are different sections with me.
Yeah, they were seated,
Tsaka diba yung medyo magulo nga yung seating arrangement dun sa
magulo.
venue. So you don't know where sections are. So
I know.
Hindi ako lumabas, hindi ko sila makikita.
Yeah, but definitely you guys didn't leave the venue, like the Ernest Memorial Convention Center, diba? So yung paglabas nyo to go to the bathroom, and then also, syempre, parang you guys were feeling bad, obviously, right? So you had to take a breather, but it was never wala naman kayong idea na, oh, aalis na lang kami. Di ba?
Yeah, there's no walkout.
Yeah. Okay, so
plan.
number 2 na parang kumakalat is after nung competition, like after mismo nung show, ay parang si Matthew lang yung boyfriend tsaka si Benj. And actually me was able to see Celeste. So, pero can you explain yung communication nyo and the timing of seeing her? Because obviously Celeste was actually quite, of course, very, very sad. So can you tell us about the communication with her right after the show ended? Kasi she was obligated to stay until the end of the show, syempre, even up to the crowning moment, nandun siya in the back, di ba?
Yes. You've been covering Miss Universe for many years. I've also been a candidate myself. And the usual protocol, kasi talaga basta yan, after the show, the girls are not on their own.
Although I saw a lot of girls coming out already. Like I saw a lot of girls in the lobby na after. Parang yung iba kanya-kanya na, di ba?
Yeah, but for me, before, when I was a candidate, it was really us being ushered back to
the hotel.
MU buses that will lead us back to our official hotel where we can change so that we can attend the after party.
Okay.
So that's usually the events. So I was staying in the same hotel as they're staying. So I went ahead because usually that's where we will see the girls in their hotel right after the show.
Yeah.
But then when I got there, I found out that she didn't go back to the hotel because she wanted to spend time with her family, her mom and her boyfriend and her friends.
Yeah.
And for me, I understand, completely understand how she's feeling. And at that moment, she needed to be with her family.
Right.
And so we gave her that time and space. So, ang napag-usapan namin, okay, she is now with her mom in her Airbnb. She's spending time there for until she needs it because her mom is leaving the next day.
Yeah.
And napag-usapan namin, sige, tomorrow na natin siya kitain. And as you can see, the next day, the whole team was there. I was there. Everybody was there. You were there.
Yeah.
So I just want to like erase that notion that she was abandoned, she was left on her own. It is not true.
Yeah, and then actually very early the next morning, well, I finished my TV Patrol Live at 5 a.m. So good, I think I was calling you at 9 a.m. already, and you actually said you were just waiting for Celeste to wake up, and then you were gonna go see her right away, which you did. All of you, I saw you and Jonas and Voltaire, and actually the whole MUPH team. So so maybe you want to tell everyone like yon yung pagkikita nyo the next morning.
Yes, so the moment she woke up, we were there.
Yeah.
To talk to her, to comfort her, to tell her that it's devastating.
Yeah.
But still, to have that support and that belief from many people that she deserves to be in. It's something to be proud of. And I also want to share, Miss Diane, you know what? When I was watching, I was with the other national directors.
Yeah.
And for them, like, to comfort me, even though their own candidates didn't make it, it's like, grabe. Like, they're all saying, oh my gosh, Philippines, are you okay? We never, like, we're surprised.
Yeah.
I think she should have made it. But at that time, of course, I have to like keep my composure. I don't want to be like, kasi yung mga kasama ko, si Valerie, Singapore, and si Lupita, pareho hindi pumasok yung
hindi rin pumasok Mexico and Singapore. Yeah.
And who am I to like be hysterical at that moment when how many of us are there who lahat kami binigay namin yung puso namin sa competition for our girls. So So ganun din sasabi ko sa kanya, alam mo, to have this type of support and love, that is a success in itself. For you to come out of this,
Yeah.
you know, to be the best version of Celeste,
Yeah.
that's a win. That's a win for me. And after comforting her, you know, we asked her, what are your plans? Do you want to spend more time in LA with your mom? And we had to look for her luggages. We had to get it from her room.
Yeah, I saw the staff bringing all the maletas to the room that you were talking to her. Yeah.
The
Actually,
flight was the
matagal.
next day.
You guys spent hours with her because I was there most of the time. Yeah.
Yeah, we spent like the whole morning with her. And so I'm just a bit, I'm saddened because I know the fans are hurting and they're trying to find someone to blame. But if you guys are hurting, we are also hurting.
Yeah.
And instead of uniting us in these difficult times, they're trying to break us.
Yeah.
And we have been solid as a rock. The moment Celeste won in the nationals, we have believed in her and supported her. And you know, I told her, you won for a reason. That's why we value your opinion. We value your direction. I remember her telling her that people around her would try to give her unsolicited advice on how she should act, how she should walk, how she should talk. But in the end, she is the one walking on that stage. Just her. We can only guide her as much. But in the end, everything should be her decision. Kasi siya yung lalaban doon. And we always valued what she thinks and how she feels.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask you also, Shamcey, kasi I also heard na yung marami nagsasabi na parang they were blaming you na parang sinabi mo daw sa kanya na parang know when to peak. So yung sinabi mong know when to peak, parang saying na wag mo muna ibigay ang lahat sa prelim and then save it for the finals. Which, you know, many feel was maybe not the right strategy. Pero is that accurate?
Thank you for bringing this up because I've been seeing this pop up in so many comments. The moment Rovia won until now with Celeste. I just, because Pia coined that term, the know when to peak. When she was interviewed before, she was asked, like, from the other queens, who gave you the best advice or something like that. I don't really know it word for word. And she said that, I remembered Shamcey was saying na wag mo ipakita lahat ng alas mo, you know, you just have to reserve it when it matters the most. And so she coined the term know when to peak. And of course, I love Pia for getting something from our talks before. But I never ever told my girls to hold back and not to give their best every single time they come out of their rooms. Never. You can ask Rabia, you can ask Bea, you can ask Celeste. Never did I once say that term, know when to peak. Like,
okay,
never.
so hindi mo binigay ang advice kay Celeste na yung know when to peak. Okay.
Maybe what I tell them is to choose their battles.
Which means?
Not everything is a competition. Hindi lahat ng parte ng pag araw-araw mo doon is a competition. You reserve your energy, the things that matters the most, and when it is needed the most. And I would always say this, especially to the girls who will compete in a longer span of competition. If it's a month, if it's 3 weeks before my time, 3 weeks.
Oo nga, no, matagal dati,
Matagal dati, ngayon 10 days. So, mas maiksi na. during my time, I said na hindi araw-araw because alam mo naman yung schedules ng girls is that it's for
Yeah,
you
from
then
5
grabe yung
a.m. to 12 midnight.
to the point na habang palapit ng palapit yung competition, parang
Kakapagod.
yung fire
Pagod
nawawala
mo na
because
mag-ayos, di ba?
napagod ka na kasi kumbaga it's not a race, diba? It's a marathon. So
Yeah.
the longer the competition, the
Mhm.
wiser you should be on knowing when to to be on top of your game.
Yeah.
But I always tell the girls, for me, the most important thing that they should watch
Mhm.
out for is the preliminaries, because that's where they will choose the first big cut.
Yeah.
Kaya
What
pinaka-importante yun para sa akin.
what advice did you give Celeste before the prelim?
I told her, focus on the preliminary interview.
The closed door
Focus
interview.
on showing who you are,
Mhm.
what you are here for, what's your purpose, and why should you be the next Miss Universe. Because they
Okay.
told us that the preliminary interview is like a job interview. They want to know,
Yeah.
are you fit
That's
to
what Paula
take this
said.
responsibility? And so you have to take it as a way of showing the judges
Mhm.
what you're capable of. Because that's 50%. 50%.
50% of choosing the top 16 is the prelim interview. Then 50% is the prelim performance. So do you think handa siya for the interview? When I asked her, she said she felt
Yeah.
that the interview went really well.
Yes, she has prepared. You have seen her transformation. I am
Yeah,
sometimes blown away when you interview her, hearing her thoughts. That is something really to be proud of. She should pat her back for how she was able to transform herself and be the best version of herself.
Yeah.
And as I've said, 84 candidates. Each has a story to tell.
Yeah.
So does it mean that because there's only one winner, the other 83 candidates wasted their time during the Miss Universe journey? I think not. I think we should reflect again. Like, why do we have Miss Universe? What is this platform about? Because for me, the Miss Universe platform is not just about winning the crown and the prestige that comes with it, with winning.
Yeah.
The crowning for me is just the culmination of the entire journey of each girl and providing them equal opportunities to voice out their platforms for the whole universe to hear. And that journey does not end with the results.
If you don't win the crown. Yeah.
Every single candidate, win or lose, must continue to inspire, empower, especially the young women who look up to them in their respective countries. Because these girls are already winners in their own countries.
True. Yeah.
Right?
And there's still so much you can do, right? In your own country.
Yes.
Or wherever.
Correct. And sadly, most fans think that it is only in winning that we can say that we are truly successful. That is a very wrong mindset. Our main goal, each ND and candidate's main goal is to be able to represent our country the best way we can. If you have done that, then you are successful. Then you should be proud of yourself. And the whole country should be proud of you no matter what the result. That's why I say that as an organization, we are proud that we have prepared Celeste the best way we can. And that Celeste should be proud because of the efforts and hard work and sacrifices that she has put into this pageant, that regardless whether she wins or loses, she already improved a lot as a person and evolved to become better inside and out. And in the competition, it's not just, the smile, the gown, how they walk. It's really looking beyond someone's beauty and looking at someone and to the girls that who really has a heart to serve a purpose bigger than themselves, bigger
Yeah.
than their ambitions, and whose goal is not just to win the crown, but to create an impact for the things that she believes in and is passionate about.
Nice. That's very well said. I like that. Yeah, that's true. You can use the Miss Universe is like an amazing opportunity in terms of like being around like girls from all over the world, and just just going through all the activities of the Miss Universe itself is enriching as an event.
Correct.
So like you said, that's a good point. Not only one can win the crown, but every girl can still continue on her own.
Correct.
And it doesn't, you're right. I like that what you said. And it doesn't mean na failure ka. Kasi
Correct.
like you said, hinandaan niyo naman siya to the best of her ability. You saw her transformation, di ba? She's much more developed than, I actually saw that from the time she won Miss Universe Philippines, like wow, ang iba ng ang laki ng pagbabago. Not just physically, but mentally, emotionally. Even in her communication skills. But
Yeah.
syempre naman mga Pinoy sanay na nananalo tayo, di ba? So it's a different perspective that
And I
I
think
guess
that, I think it's really time that we should, I know it's hard. It's hard to accept things when they don't go our way.
Yeah.
But I believe it's time that we start respecting the results, the judges, the national directors, all the candidates, whether they win or not, and to recognize everybody's hard work to make this event possible. The winner is not just someone who performed the best on stage, but is someone who fits the job. Again, someone who fits the job and who the Miss Universe organization think will be the best person for the job. And so I also want to take this opportunity to congratulate the winner, Arbany, for being the transformational leader that the organization is looking for. I think that upon watching her and her interviews, she perfectly fits what the new Miss Universe organization is looking for. Someone who possesses maturity, professionalism, capable of leading her community, and has a long track record of involvement in her advocacy. And for her to be a half Filipina, and proud
galing,
to
no?
be a Filipina.
Yeah, she always says it pa. Na she's so,
And
her
for
dad
her
is so
raising
cute.
the flag. I saw that during the press conference. She was holding the USA and the Filipino flag. That alone, for me, is also a success of the Filipino people and something to be proud of. Kaya I just wanna, not just Arbony, but all the girls who, lahat sila, hindi natin pwede sabihin na iilan lang nagbigay ng lahat.
Oh, lahat nag-effort talaga. Grabe. I was watching them for 10 days. Talagang super effort talaga lahat. So, Shamcey, so moving forward, I guess you guys are going to meet a lot and talk about what you're going to be looking for in the next Miss Universe Philippines. When are you going to adjust anything, or how are you going to be briefing the new candidates who are going to be screening for the Miss Universe Philippines, which is going to happen in April?
Yes. Well, it's going to be a tough path to take.
Yeah.
It's not going to be an easy job. And so I want the candidates who are vying for that crown dapat malakas ang loob. Unang-una, malakas ang loob. Pangalawa, should really have a heart to serve a purpose bigger than herself. Because it's not just about winning. It's about putting to light things that you believe should be addressed.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So I hope that we see beyond just the typical beauty that we think is beautiful. Because I always say this, we have different preferences, we have different sets of standards for who we think is beautiful.
Yes.
And we want to break that. Miss Universe is trying to break that. That beauty really comes from within. And your purpose and why you're doing this, it shouldn't just be just an ambition to become popular, to have that award in your hands. No. This is such a great responsibility. And that person should be up for that job, to do the job well. So it's going to be tough. We hope that we'll find her. And kumbaga, laban pa din sa susunod na Miss Universe competition.
Yeah. And if Shamsi, finally, you might want to have a message for all the pageant fans who are like, syempre, very intense right now. What would you like to say?
Well, first of all, thank you. Thank you guys for whether you're in support or not, the fact that you are all invested with Celeste's journey, that's something that I want to thank all of you. Without all of you guys, we will not be where we are today. I hope that in the future, we become more rational with our actions, to not believe news before checking facts first, and to support, spread love, spread kindness, because pageantry is meant to celebrate women and not pit them against each other. I hope
that's
that
beautiful.
we do not forget that. I hope that we unite for the same cause. Yes, we want to win, but sabi nga, in any competition, it can go in different ways, and that's something that's not, it's out of our hands. What we can control is our reaction and how we accept and how we move forward. And people might think, we never listen. We have been evolving as an organization. We always accept constructive feedbacks, because we know that we are also not perfect. And every year we learn things and we try to improve on the things that we think should be improved on. So hopefully, you guys continue to support the next Miss Universe Philippines and our next winner. And let's not just forget the essence of pageantry.
Okay, super thanks, Shamsi. Parang for me, it's parang like in sports, like, of course, I'm gonna relate it to tennis because that's the sport that I was involved in. I mean, like a lot of times, like myself before, and even now, Lisa, you train like crazy. All you can do is train like crazy. And, sometimes, like they say, tennis is a game of inches. Like you can lose like in a third set tiebreak, like it's so close, but only one can win. But sometimes like two people play so well and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe like someone has to lose. So it's really going on. So all you can really do is, well, for me, sports, I guess pageantry, and just like in life, like you just do the best that you can. And if you lose, of course, you'll be sad and you hurt for a while, but then you pick yourself back up and see like, okay, what does God have planned for me? This is not the end of the road for me. Right there, God didn't let me go through this door, but hey, there are many doors that God has for me. And
the last question is, are you a better athlete Or
yeah, right.
diba?
Did you
Did you
improve?
improve?
Yeah.
Did you beat
That's true.
the old version of yourself? Like kung before
Right.
score ka, ngayon ganito na. Alam mo yun, even in like racing, 'di ba? Kapag nakailang minutes ka, you beat your old time. That's how it should be.
That's true. That's true. All right.
So,
Till the next Miss Universe competition. I'll see you soon in Manila, Shamsi. Thank you
yeah.
so much.
Thank you
Stay
so much,
beautiful.
Dayan.